while using the laws of inference, there is a chance of error. Firstly, we consider a very important form of error, which is converse error. Consider the formal version of converse error. We are given with the universal conditional statement for all x if px then qx. And we are given with a particular element A in the domain such that QA is true. And with the help of these two statements, we conclude that PA is also true. So this format is invalid format. Argument is invalid. Truth of QX does not imply the truth of hypothesis. अगर एक एलिमेंट QX को सेटिस्फाई करता है तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो PX को भी सेटिस्फाई करे. So the informal version is, if X makes PX true, then X makes QX true. And for a particular element A which makes QX true, therefore A makes PX true. तो हम ये कंक्लूजन इसमें से ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते कि Px जो है वो A के लिए ट्रू होगा. Now consider an example. All healthy people eat an apple a day. Alan eats an apple a day. Alan is a healthy person. So can we conclude this last statement from the above two statements? So by converse error, we cannot conclude this Alan is a healthy person here, since we can see that Mx is X is healthy people and Hx is X eat apple a day, that A stands for Alan. The argument becomes for all x if Mx then Hx, and then we put A as for Alan in this predicate which says Alan eat an apple a day. And now we conclude that Alan is a healthy person. इसको समझने के लिए हम इसके फॉर्मेट पे जाएंगे. आर्गुमेंट का जो फॉर्मेट है उसमें हमारे पास P implies Q है और ये स्टेटमेंट हमारे पास ट्रू है, और इसी तरीके से हमारे पास यहाँ पे Q गिवन है जो कि ट्रू है. The question is whether this P is true or not. इसके बारे में हम क्या कह सकेंगे? So if we put here T which is given, so we are saying Alan eats an apple a day. तो क्या हम ये कह सकेंगे कि P ट्रू है या फॉल्स है? उसके लिए हमें इसकी जो कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट की लॉजिक है उसको देखना पड़ेगा, और इस टेबल के जरिए अगर हम इसे देखें तो P कैन बी ट्रू और इसी तरह P कैन बी फॉल्स. In both these cases, the whole statement will remain true. So it is not possible to decide concretely that P is true. So we cannot conclude P from these two statements. Hence, this argument is invalid. Now we consider another form of error which occurs in the reasoning. while reducing from arguments, that is inverse error. Its formal version is for all x if px then qx, and then an element a which satisfies the negation of hypothesis, and by the help of these two premises can we conclude negation of q of a, which is the negation of conclusion. इसको समझने के लिए हम आर्गुमेंट फॉर्म बनाते हैं, जिसमें हम एक कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट यूज करेंगे, E implies Q, and then we choose negation of P to be true. So both these statements are true. What we need here is whether we can conclude negation Q is true or not. So here is the question mark. So negation P is true, so we can say that this P is false, and in order to be this conditional statement to be true, what value of Q should be here? It can be true, it can be false. So if you put here false and use the truth table for conditional statement, the conditional statement remains true when both hypothesis and conclusion is false. And when you choose Q to be true, then again this conditional statement is true. So there are two possibilities for Q, and we cannot decide concretely that negation Q is true or false. So this argument form is invalid, and it can be rectified if we use inverse of the given conditional statement here. Like if we use here negation P and negation Q, then this format is just like the modus ponens rule. Consider an example here. All healthy people eat an apple a day. Smith is not a healthy person. Smith does not eat apple a day. So it can be replaced with the predicates. So we are using hx, that x is a healthy person, and mx, that x eats an apple a day, and s stands for Smith. So now our argument form will be for all x if hx then mx, and negation of hs and therefore negation of ms. So S stands for Smith, and this argument is invalid, just as we have seen that the form is, this whole form is invalid.